And then when I say go, click that button. You see that button right there, producer Caleb? To the right, right there.
Beautiful.
No, not yet, Caleb. Not yet. Go to solo. No! Caleb! God, you're going to give up. You're going to give it up. I'll never be able to edit that out, producer Caleb, you son of a bitch. I said when I said go,
Hey,
Caleb.
you said you wanted to yell at me today.
I did.
I'm trying to give you
that was
the
a bit.
ability to
Anyways, I'm not mad at Caleb at all. My bold prediction for the 2023 NFL season is Tua Tagovailoa plays 17 games, all 17 games this season. Tua's going to stay healthy. He got clowned this offseason for taking jiu-jitsu classes, for putting on some weight, strengthening his neck. His neck is 3 times the size as it was last year, which is very important. I am a medical professional. I have an athletic training background. That was my major in undergrad. I'm a chiropractor right now. I'm technically a doctor, and I am an all-American wrestler, and I know somebody who doesn't know how to fall, and I know somebody who has poor body control. Go ahead and touch that, Caleb. Okay, so here is his hip dislocation in Alabama. Tua Tagovailoa. Go ahead and play it, Caleb. We're playing it on the screen. 2 guys on his back, throws the ball away. How does he fall? Instead of rolling over onto his hip, onto his right shoulder, which is what he should have done, he turned his body and he tried to brace his fall with his knee by putting his knee up like that. And that is what caused his hip dislocation in college. Next video, Caleb, exit out of this one. Okay, now here's last season, one of Tua's concussion plays. Go ahead and just hit start from right where we are. Tua throws the ball, gets lightly shoved, falls on his butt, whiplashes the back of his head onto the floor. Poor body control, doesn't know how to fall, and very weak neck. You'll see a lot of players get thrown to the floor like that all the time in preseason. We've seen it a ton. Guys get knees to the helmet and their neck is strong because they do neck training to prevent these concussions. So that is an excellent example of a preventable concussion Tua has put time and energy into to prevent this upcoming season. Go ahead and go to the next tab. Go ahead and run this one. So this is the one I get mocked about, right? Like, how are you going to prevent this concussion? How are you going to prevent this concussion? He just got whiplashed onto the ground. Okay, so looks bad, right? Looks unpreventable. Play it back again for me, Caleb. Watch what Tua does when I play it back a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, so Tua, instead of rolling over to his left shoulder, which he easily could have, he hyperextended his low back, tried to throw he's a lefty, tried to throw the ball away for some reason, instead of taking the sack, protecting his body, and rolling onto that left shoulder. One more time, imagine if Tua tucks his chin and rolls to his left shoulder as he's getting tossed, like you get trained to do in jiu-jitsu, in judo. This is a classic judo throw. You get thrown like this a million times. And if you go to a judo class, in wrestling, this is a common position that you're in. In a lat drop, you tuck your chin and you roll to that shoulder. That's how you protect yourself in this position. This is also a preventable concussion, a preventable injury for Tua. Okay, next video. Dove Kleiman on Twitter does a great job. He's a great Twitter follow. You should follow him. Here's a preseason video. And it's going to run again. Just like he got popped in the chest kind of late in his first concussion video that we saw, what he should have done, exactly what he should have done when he got whipped in that last video, turn onto his hip, kind of break the fall with his elbow, which is exactly what you should be doing. This is what you do in wrestling without extending your hand out, risking your throwing hand, risking your throwing elbow. He just kind of lightly glanced off his elbow, rolled onto his left shoulder, onto his hip, where all the meat is. And look at what his chin does. Look at what his chin does right when he rolls over to his back. What does his cin do?
Stay down.
Tucks up.
Yep.
Tucks up, right? Has strengthened his neck, has put the time in. And for that reason, Tua Tagovailoa will play all 17 games this season, and I think is an absolute value at where you're getting him on virtually all formats. Tua Tagovailoa, my first bold prediction of this NFL season.